Back in the celebrity spotlight, punk meets glam at the Met Costume Gala. Emma and Olivia get moving for a personal cause, plus we get the scoop from the stars of Star Trek Into the Darkness and Fast and Furious 6. Welcome to the Getty Images Week in Review. Here's what's been happening with your favorite celebs this week. Punk style was the theme of this year's Costume Institute Gala, held annually at New York's Metropolitan Museum of Art. Madonna, Beyonce, Gwyneth, and Kim. Those are just a few of the famous faces to walk the red carpet. Here's a closer look. The cast of Star Trek Into Darkness touched down in London for the UK premiere. Hitting the white carpet were stars Chris Pine, Zachary Quinto, Zoe Saldana, Alice Eve, Simon Pegg, and Carl Urban, along with director J.J. Abrams.
I think that the movie is thrilling. I think it's emotional, and above all, I think it's fun.
Let me tell you, they're pretty cool nerds, but they're such geeks. All of them are such geeks. No matter how cool you see them in suits and everything.
I always get injured on set. I always get into these fights, and I'm making the noises, and I'll get the guns, and I'll make the noises of the guns. So I'm in full make-believe land.
For me, it was I really enjoyed that aspect of it, and seeing all the little throwbacks and comments that people would really be able to plug into if they're real fans of the original series.
The cast of Fast and Furious 6 roared into London for the movie's world premiere. Among the stars stepping out on the blue carpet, Vin Diesel, Jordana Brewster, Paul Walker, Ludacris, Michelle Rodriguez, Tyrese Gibson, Sung Kang, and Luke Evans. We caught up with some of the actors to find out more.
The idea of something being this cutting edge, a film that is this breakthrough in terms of action, at the core being a love story, is probably what's the most beautiful thing about the movie.
New characters have come along, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how people respond to it. I think it'll be a very enjoyable 2 hours.
The girls have some pretty hot, crazy, non-stop fighting scenes, and the guys also kick each other's ass pretty hardcore. So I think they're head to head.
As I understand, they're writing part 7 as we speak. So there's no telling how. As long as the fans keep supporting the franchise, we're gonna keep making it.
We'll be in wheelchairs one day, and that's when we won't be able to do it anymore. But even then, who knows? We might be racing each other down the street that way. That's the running joke,
Happening in the Big Apple, Emma Stone and Olivia Wilde helped kick off the 16th annual EIF Revlon Run Walk for Women. The event is a personal one for the two actresses.
My mother had triple negative breast cancer, so she's here today, and we have a big group of family here today.
Unfortunately, many people in my family and life have been touched by cancer, and that's really the same for all of us. 1 in 3 women will be diagnosed with cancer in our lifetimes, 1 in 2 men. So it's nearly impossible to meet someone who hasn't been touched by it in some way.
Stars were also giving back out in Tinseltown. Kelly Osbourne was on hand to support her brother Jack as he was honored at a benefit for Race to Erase MS.
I guess it's bittersweet, if I'm going to be totally honest, because I don't really want to honor the fact that my brother has MS, but he does, and he's admitted it, and he's come out, and because of his bravery, that's why he is getting this award.
The crowd also enjoyed a special performance by Elton John.
Lay me down and shoot some lemon. You've had a busy day today.
Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley of Kiss want you to eat like a rock star. The duo was on hand for the grand opening of their 3rd Rock and Brews restaurant. This one is located on the Pacific Coast Highway in Torrance, California. 4 more eateries in the chain are set to open within a year. That's all for now. Join us again next time for another Getty Images Week in Review.